What's up, guys? Today's video, we're doing what I told you I wanted to do in the last video. We got Jonathan here.
Yeah, let's go.
That's what we wanted to do. So we're putting a better exhaust on, one that flows a little bit more. We got the Mopar Performance one. We got John showcasing it right now. So we had the shorties on there. We're gonna get rid of those, and this is the exhaust system that Jason hooked us up with. Again, thanks to Jason. He hooked us up with a bunch of stuff. So we got the headers, and it's actually been converted to V-band. Super cool stuff. It's all ceramic coated. So we're gonna go headers into those pipes. It's a true dual setup, 2.5 inch. And then it's gonna go into this setup here. It's got the X pipe. Looks like a couple resonators or such, and then 2 mufflers. So we're gonna hook it up. It's gonna be just bolt on and should be a good setup. So the only hard part is John's gonna hit one side and I'm gonna hit the other. I think the longest part of this whole install is gonna be removing those bolts, right?
Definitely, it's pretty tight in there. Your hands have to be like that.
So we gotta have some pretzel hands to tackle this. So we've already had them off before. We have the Remflex gaskets on there, and nice thing is the footprint should be pretty close to what we had on there at the Gibsons, and I've heard people are able to reuse the Remflex with good results. But like you guys know, we try to keep this channel budget build conscious, so I'm gonna be reusing the hardware. I've already got the new bolts, mostly ARP stuff on there, the Remflex gaskets. So you guys know the deal. Let's get this thing up. It's already kind of up, but for now we're gonna be hovering over, removing all those bolts. Then we'll get the truck up in the air and get everything from the bottom. Dude, you finished yet?
Dude, I'm just taking off the bolt. Come on, leave me alone.
We got Rod here helping us, taking off the bolts. And
look at you.
I got hair in my mouth. This is how far we are right now. We needed the old American muscle to work on the old American muscle. And busted out Rod for this one. So it's going okay. It's just a lot of turning and wrenching and all kinds of stuff. So are you doing the bottom ones?
I'm getting it. I'm doing it.
You getting and doing it?
Getting the job done.
I think this mullet makes me work a little harder on this old American muscle here.
How you doing over here, man?
We won.
You won.
And then they say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
These are not enough flow, you guys, so out with the old, in with the new.
The new.
In with the new. We're gonna try and reuse these gaskets. So like, these are the Remflex ones. Like you can see just how much they crush down, so hopefully they got a little bit more crush left in them. Because they're gonna try and reuse.
We'll tighten them a little bit tighter. Just a little bit.
Get that John strength on there.
I'll tighten all the bolts. You just get them in.
Deal. So don't make fun of me if these Remflex gaskets still don't work. We peeled them off and they do look kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie, but I've heard people say you can reuse them. So I don't know if like when they say reuse them, they meant they left them on the headers, because these things literally like glue themselves. I'm not even joking.
It's pretty hard to take off, yeah.
Right? Like we were both kind of wondering, and like the layers split. So I don't know if, like, see there? See that split? Like I don't know how many layers these freaking things are, but they were like hard to pull off. So you can kind of see some like remnants, but it's like little flakes. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna we're analyzing the crap out of this way too much. So right now we have to actually jack or raise the vehicle, because we can't put the manifolds back on since the mid-length ones are gonna extend further down, like John's pointing at. So we're gonna raise it up. We're not sure if we're gonna take the O2s off with the exhaust on there or off. We'll figure that out once we jack this thing up. And what are you thinking?
I think it's gonna work out. I don't think there's gonna be any leaks. Crossing my fingers, because I don't want to redo this again.
You said it wasn't a big deal. All right, let's lift this thing up. Up we go. All right, you guys wanted some fun. We got some fun for you. So here's where we're at. So we got the exhaust underneath, and this thing has a lot of O2 sensors for such an old vehicle. So we removed this one, which was there, and then we still have another one here, pre-cat, and then we have another one up there, and then I believe there's one more right there. So quite a few on here, but anyways, that's that. So we got to remove those. I think I'm going to unplug them so we can remove them once they're down. right now Jonathan is trying to find the smallest socket in the world to fit the largest bolt. And we're gonna try and take off these U-bolts. But you can see right here, somebody tack welded this. I don't know if we're gonna have much luck taking this off, to be honest, because these things usually crush the pipe and they are a bee to get off. So is that imperial or metric?
It's a 916.
Okay, yeah. And then, so we'll zip these off, see what we can do, because it's American size. And because these things here, this cross member doesn't unbolt. So the issue we're having is we gotta take that out to get that out so that we can take this exhaust out from there. So we'll keep working on it and let you guys know where we're at. Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Freight, son.
That was the gun that the guys were joking around saying that they could smell it through the video. She still works. She still works. That was the one we were just beating on for like 10 minutes straight.
On, and it's still working.
Yeah, it still works. Well, that's that part of it. I think we gotta beat on it a little bit. Hopefully we can break that off. We might have to zip it with the angle grinder just to break that tack, but
this one's solid though. This one's off.
Is it? I don't think that one there's any tacks on it. This looks clean. But dude, it's so crushed at the top if you feel it. It's got a big crush bend on it.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to reef on that to get it off. I don't see. Worst comes to worst, we'll just run a slit in it to get it off. Saza.
My favorite tool.
Sazaza. Alright, boys and girls, we resorted to plan B. So we tried zipping them off, it wouldn't come off, and these things are literally just on here.
They're rust.
There's no movement at that, and I don't feel like messing around with it. The pipes are both crushed together and probably corroded and rusted together, so we're gonna go with this.
Here we go. That's it. There it is.
Come on.
I was trying to hold it.
I'm trying to hold it on my face. I found some farm.
What? Some more?
Look at all that dirt.
This truck is
not that I want to do that here, but like, look, can you see it? They literally just like a gold mine. I think there's like 3 pounds weight savings if we dig that. I'm serious. This whole part is just full of dirt. So this we can pretty much take off. There's just literally one hanger. No, maybe two.
2 hangers.
Yeah, like one here and then one more there, and then this homemade jerry-rigged
Chingadera.
backyard
Like a white guy.
mechanic exhaust is gonna come off. So we'll remove it. And I know you guys saw it come off, but here it is on the ground. The piece of junk is out. So,
Throw it away.
what?
Throw it away.
Yeah, we are going to, I guess we're gonna put this off to the side for now. I don't know if we'll ever need it or use it, but it's off. And like, I don't know if I ever really showed you guys. So I don't even know what part of this is original or anything, because it's all just been welded at this point. And obviously this isn't original, but this is the little muffler. So you guys have heard my truck. No, I think it's Flowmaster. I don't know. You guys would probably know better than I do in the comments which one it is. But this is the little muffler that's on it, and that's the way it sounded. So I'm surprised it wasn't louder, honestly.
They welded that piece on.
I know. Look at how like Mickey Mouse this is. So they literally took a hanger and welded the hanger to the thing to make up this little hanger. And this thing was forever always bouncing off. I can't remember where it was, but somewhere it was always bouncing or rubbing off the shock. Well, it was off the shock too somewhere. There's a shiny part on it. It was on one of the sides. It was always rubbing on the shock. But anyways, those issues are over. So now we can start putting on the new stuff. So out with the old, in with the new, and we got a clean slate. Okay, day 2 on installing the exhaust. We got Jonathan again. Yeah. He's back, and we've completely ripped out everything from the truck, and now it's putting all the good stuff in. Keeping this PG. So we got the mid-length headers. We'll go ahead and throw them in. We're gonna bolt them up, and then we can go back underneath the truck and connect everything. Okay, so we're just doing some test fitting, and we got Jonathan up there holding it. So the bolt holes are lined up. And I heard some guys saying that in the back here that this heat shield and those kind of screws that stick out of the body, they've had to trim those. And also people were talking about having to trim that ear that sticks off the transmission. So it is in fact hitting that ear on the transmission. So it doesn't do anything on this transmission itself, nothing functional. So I think I'm gonna have to trim that back. So we'll go ahead and get some tools and we're gonna cut that thing back, because otherwise it's gonna hit on there and vibrate and make all sorts of noise. So let's trim that back. All right, there is the end result. So we trimmed that thing off, that ear, and that's what she looks like. So we gave it a bunch of clearance, because even when we trimmed a good portion of it, I don't even know where the chunk went. Oh, there she is. Is this it? Yeah. So we trimmed this off, and even when we did that, we needed to go quite a bit more. So I probably took off that plus another 1/4 inch, I'd say, just kind of shaving it down. And now we got some space. Now we can go ahead and put the header in. So what you guys saw me doing just there was I put the ARP bolt in this drill so that I could take down the kind of washer portion of it, because there is literally no clearance in there between the actual runner and the bolt. And so just the washer portion, the built-in kind of flat surface, was holding us up. So I just put this in a drill, ran it up against the angle grinder that you saw there. That way it could take an even amount off the edge, and now it fits. But you have to find a super small wrench to be able to get around there. So you can see I've even modified my wrench a little bit, taking a bit off the edge, but I'm probably gonna have to take even more of this off just to make it tiny enough to fit. Like you can see how big the head of the wrench is compared to there. I'll probably have to do the same sort of thing. It's fun, guys, it's fun. Okay, so after modifying some tools, and I don't know where that tool went. Look, I literally shaved this 3/8 down to paper thin. You guys can see right through it, but it ended up splitting right there. So there's no way to get this on. Like for example, this bolt here, if you can see that there, it is literally right up against the header. So I think in this situation, and maybe this is already a well-known thing for these trucks, but I'm gonna have to use an Allen key. So I'm gonna go ahead and get an Allen head bolt and put that on there instead, because then I'll be able to just put it straight in, access it, and we'll be able to do it that way. So in the meantime, I'm not gonna run to the store just yet. We're gonna put the truck up and connect the rest of the exhaust, since these are pretty much on. There's only a few bolts that are that tight. As far as different bolts, I mean, this one's a clear shot, so we managed to get a full bolt on. That one was kind of iffy, but we managed to get a bolt there as well. Same thing with this one, bolt. Back here is an ARP, you can't even see it, and at the end a bolt. But it's kind of these ones here, so the last runners are extremely tight. But let's put it up, we'll connect the rest of the exhaust. Here's where we're at. We got the driver's side runner there, or that's the passenger side. This is the driver's side, and it's up on, looking beautiful up here. So pretty cool stuff, the way it's all working. We were so lucky, you guys. I was just worried it was gonna somehow, some way interfere with the drive shaft loop that we installed, and it just clears beautifully. Only thing is, see some of these lines and stuff for the evap and all that sort of stuff? We're gonna have to move this out of the way, because with how close that is, and even over here, I believe this is our fuel line. It's literally sitting right on it. So we'll have to just adjust some of these things and probably tuck some of that just a little bit up more so it doesn't melt it. But so far everything's fitting, and we'll go ahead and put that pipe up, and then we can hang our muffler. Here we are, folks. There's exhaust. She's on. Looks beautiful. And there you have it. Look who decided to show up. Dang. Sinister. Dude, that front tire looks soft, no? Or that's the way she sits.
What?
It looks like low, no? Really?
Boosted Motorsports.
Ooh, down she goes. Are you airing up again? You gonna do one more up, down? Air it out. That's so awesome. So I shaved down the head of it like I showed you guys, and this still wouldn't fit. So went to the hardware store and actually bought these socket cap screws, 5/16 by 1 inch. And you had to kind of, at least I had to use an assortment of different hardware. So see right there, hopefully you guys can see that. Just the socket, you know, cap screw, I guess I call it an Allen head, but that barely fits in there. So here you can get an Allen key in here to get that in, but there's other ones like this one where you could never get an Allen key in, so we had to use an ARP there. And then I still have some of these other hardware, and I don't know, anyways, I'll probably end up replacing the hardware at some point, but there's literally like no room. And then back there, I think you guys could probably see that I had to use another one of those stainless ones that I had to pick up. So anyways, they're on. It's pretty much done. Only thing I have to mess with is just the exhaust hangers. So I got a couple of these universal hangers because the exhaust doesn't go to the regular place that they would mount to. The standard, I guess, hangers that come on the truck itself. So I'm gonna have to put it back up and put those hangers on, or try to come up with something with this, with these rubbers. So we'll get that on there and then we can fire it up. So here's the things we picked up, and I'll show you what the plan is. So see up there, see how there's the bolt that holds that thing? We're gonna put this in place, hopefully, and then hook this hanger on. It's kind of the idea, so hopefully that works. I'll let you know in a second. Okay, hangers are on, so the exhaust is done. We just gotta put it down and put the wires back on. She's alive. Okay, so it's just some of the moisture and stuff kind of coming off of the header, so a little bit of smoke, but it sounds a little bit better. I don't know what you'll be able to hear with the camera. We'll get more videos afterwards, but sounds much more responsive. But we'll get John to hit the gas here. Sounds beefy. So it's not super loud, but it sounds good. We got the V-bands are still are making a little bit of noise, so it's just leaking ever so slightly out of that V-band there a little bit. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. The exhaust is now on. I have a couple leaks around the V-bands that we have to fix, but I think I don't know, we put them on and I was pretty confident that they're on correctly, so I don't know what's going on with it. I might have to just take a look at it. I'll let you guys know what goes on with that. But I'll probably end up getting some of the copper sealant and put it on the two flanges where they meet and do it there, you know, put it back together with some of that copper high temp sealant. So might try to do it that way. I'll keep you guys posted on what that does. John's cleaning his hands because that was
these awesome towels.
Yeah, actually Shane from Whatever It Takes Transmissions, I got some videos coming for you guys on that, but he sent us a bunch of hand wipes and stuff, and gloves, which obviously we didn't use. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff on the way, you guys, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're stopping in for the first time, and we'll see you on the next video. Later.